Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Hospitality News Network. I'm your indelible host, Adrian Przowski. And for those of you that are just joining us for the first time, welcome. We're happy to have you. We started this station to engage and communicate with our fellow colleagues in the hospitality industry. So, things are beginning to slowly open up again. And that's got me thinking about those of you that might be looking for work in this trying time. We all know that we're still isolating, we still have to safe distance, and so most interviews are probably going to be done virtually. What does that mean? I've never interviewed virtually. How do I interview virtually and give the best interview possible? So I decided to reach out to our indelible job coach, Imesia to see if she could give us some tips on interviewing virtually. And here's what she had to say. Check it out.
Hello there, my name is Imesia and I am a job coach with the Hospitality Training Center. I'm happy to be joining you today from my front foyer. My colleague and friend Adrian asked me to share a few tips on how to interview virtually. As the pandemic continues and people start to venture out and start to look for work, many of us will be required to sit in interviews that are not physically with the person that they're with, not across the desk, but actually talking to them through a screen. And how do we do that? How do we set ourselves up for success? Well, I have 4 main tips to share with you today about how we can do that and how we can do it well. The first one I have for you is testing your tech, a really important part of ensuring that you're set up for your video interview. So that could look like having your battery cord for your laptop close by or plugging it in, making sure that your computer is ready and working. Maybe you've downloaded the software days in advance, making sure that it's working and that you're knowledgeable with it, that you have any passwords handy, and that you have the login information. What is your Wi-Fi situation like? Is it better in a certain area of the house? Maybe you go there so that you can ensure that your technology is ready to go and there are no glitches that you can anticipate. The second thing is setting your scene. So this is also important, ensuring that the focus in the interview is on you and not on any distractions that may be behind you. So I've taken some time to clean up the area around me, to ensure that I'm sitting in an area that has some nice lighting, to ensure that I am the focus of the interview and I am what people are looking at and not the things that may be going on in the background. Another thing about setting the scene, and if you can do it, it's really helpful, is minimizing distractions. In an interview that's one-on-one, we can't really put ourselves on mute like you would do in a conference or a group chat. So you need to maybe ensure that any noises that are around you are minimized. If you're sharing a space with someone, that you ask for some consideration so that you can focus on the interview and not have any outside noises kind of crowding on the space. The next thing I have is your professional virtual identity. So I talk about this a lot in my in-person workshops around making sure that your email is professional. But what about your other social media handles? Now our virtual lives are somewhat intertwined with our professional lives. So maybe you create a handle that you're using just for your interviews, that you have social media handles that are maybe connected to your LinkedIn that are also professional, because it's likely that your employer will see that at some point or is maybe using one of those methods to contact you or interact with you. The last one I have is engagement. How do we do that? Who are we engaging with? I was really thinking this one was important, so I wanted to write it down. You are engaging with, no, not the camera. That's not it. Was it, you're engaging with the screen? No, it's not really the screen. I know I wrote it down. You're engaging with the person. So how do you do that? You're looking at the camera. You're looking at that little eye in the camera on your phone or on your laptop, rather than looking at the computer screen or looking at yourself in the computer screen, because the difference is really quite apparent when you do it. So, smiling, leaning in. If you're a person that uses hand gestures, use hand gestures so your body language looks natural and looks normal and not like you're kind of stoic and just sitting there, which actually can look a little bit more nervous or displaying a lack of confidence. So use your body language and be yourself just like you would in person. You would do the same in your video. So I think that's it. 4 main tips that I wanted to share with you. Maybe we can meet up again and have a longer conversation about some other things we have when returning to work. That's all I have for you today. It was great talking to you. Take care.
Have you ever interviewed virtually? No, neither have I. That's why I thought that information that Imesia gave us was really, really great. Oh, hello there, welcome back. Well, there you have it, folks. Some really great information from our job coach, Imesia Ewan, on interviewing virtually. And hey, listen, if any of you have interviewed virtually or you have some tips that you can give us on it, please feel free to comment below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Well, that's all from us here at the Hospitality News Network, Hospitality News for the New Normal. I'm your indelible host, Adrian Przowski. And remember, we could all use a hug. So hug yourself. Hug a friend. Hug a pet. Maybe even hug a family member. But just remember, if you're isolating, do it virtually. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you back here soon. Bye for now.